Welcome to Podcast Corner. So my name is Dan, and in today's episode of Freedom Road Live, we've got Ian interviewing Courtney about her new song. Let's go head over there now and hear all about it, and she's even going to be singing it live in the studio. Here we go. Over to you guys.
Hello and welcome to Podcast Corner, and this is Freedom Road Live. And today in the studio, in the new studio that you'll see that we've had painted and looks a whole lot tidier and cleaner now, beautiful, we have Courtney Crompton. Hi Courtney.
Hello.
So Courtney's come in, she's got a bit of a chat, and then you have a single been released.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your first single?
Yes, it is.
First single that you've released, or is it the first song that you've written?
Yes, it was the first song that I wrote.
Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so take us back to the beginning then, Courtney. How have you got involved in music and stuff like that?
It's literally because of Freedom Road. I don't think I would have got involved in music if it wasn't for Freedom Road. I started doing dance here, and then I was kind of coerced into coming to a Saturday group, and then I got into music from there.
Excellent. The Saturday groups are sort of the big jamboree group, aren't they, where you've got your guitarists and your drummers and your bassists and your singers and anyone else, your keyboard players, etc., all coming along and going together. So it's kind of quite a fun group, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's nice to hear that you got into it because of Freedom Road and whatnot, yeah. And then you also did the dance as well. Why did you start Freedom Road? What's your Freedom Road journey been?
I knew someone who came. I knew Sammy. Cool. And so she was like, you better come, you're going to like it. And I did, and now I've been here for 9 years.
Yeah, and I was going to say, you're one of our longest surviving members at the moment, aren't you?
Yep.
And you've pretty much done everything with us. You've done Rock Challenge, you've done Humber Street Sesh, you've done Tribfest, you've done all the big ones. You've been to see Hamilton in the West End with us. So which was a big high point for you. What are the high points for you at Freedom Road?
I love Tribfest every time. Yeah. And
tell us a bit about Tribfest and whatnot, because for people watching or listening, they might not know what Tribfest is.
Well, it's a festival and it's tribute bands, and it's a whole bunch of different music, and it's very fun. And then we perform on a smaller stage, and it's a good experience for everyone. Yeah,
it's so you've got the main stage where the tribute bands are on, and they're all great, and you've got some absolutely cracking tribute bands. I'm thinking of people like Green Date and Musist and. What's your favourite bin?
Antarctic Monkeys.
Antarctic Monkeys as well. They're just amazing. If you didn't know what the actual people looked like, you might be forgiven for thinking that these were there. Yeah, so then you've got all the other the stages around it as well. You've got the unsigned bands, you've got the Freedom Road marquee as well. You've also got the comedy tent and the acoustic tent and whatnot. And so when the main bands are on, then they're all on. And it's just great because there's sort of 4,500 people there, and it's a really nice sort of family atmosphere, but also everyone has fun and mucks in, and it's good. It's really, really good fun. So how long have you been sort of doing the music for, Courtney?
At least 5 years.
I was going to say, it's been quite a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, started on Cajon. I didn't even start singing.
Started Cajon, really? Wow, okay, cool. Because Courtney's actually one of the best voices that we have here at the moment as well. And that's saying something as well, because we've got loads of good people. I'm thinking you, Ruby, Lucy, who's just sort of started to move on to other things now. But so Courtney's sort of been one of our mainstays for quite a while now. How come you haven't written your own stuff before?
I find this is really embarrassing, I find it painfully awkward to write about myself.
Yeah.
So I have to find other things to write about.
Is that because you are embarrassed about writing about yourself, or is it because you don't feel an imposter syndrome where you don't think people would be interested, or what is it?
I don't really have anything about myself to write about. Also, I don't think anyone would care about my life.
Yes, I don't think that's true. I was talking to someone earlier today about exactly this, where we were talking about social media, and I was talking about my company and saying, we were talking about why I don't put more on social media about my company, and I was saying because every time I sit down to write a tweet or a LinkedIn post or an Instagram post or something like that, all I can think is there's just a voice in my head saying no one cares what you think, Ian. But that's not true. There's always someone that does, and there's always someone that will sort of like it or be interested in it or want to read a blog post or whatever. There's always someone who's interested in that. There's stuff for everyone out there. I mean, if you think of some of the songs that have been put out as well, I don't mean by Freedom Road, I mean by literally people who've got millions and millions of followers. I mean, there's some real rubbish out there, isn't there? I think write it, put it out there, see what sort of reaction it gets, and you find your niche, don't you?
Yeah.
So this song then, it's the first one that you've written yourself, and it's also the first one you're releasing.
Yes.
Tell us about the song.
This is a tad bit embarrassing. It's really going to show like my nerdy side. But it's about 1518, which if you're in the supernatural fandom, you know about. And it's about one of the main characters in the CW show Supernatural confessing his love to the other main character and then immediately dying.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's cool though that you've written about that as well, that you've sort of like found inspiration from that.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of that sort of genre, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm accidentally dressed like one of the characters today.
Okay.
It's becoming a problem.
That's okay. That works then for
Yeah, it works thingy, but
we can treat this as the music video as well then for it. What's the song called?
Free to Be You and Me.
Free to Be You and Me, and you're going to be performing it for us now.
Yes.
Fantastic. So singing Free to Be You and Me. She's going to move over to another mic, but this is Courtney Crompton.
To feel, how do we know what's real in this world that we live in? But it's out of our control, so why don't we just go and play off of our instincts? Our lives may be planned for us, but we have to trust and to our feelings. I don't care where this path goes, 'cause I choose you. I choose you. Just say what you want to hear, and I'll say it too. I love you. I love
Fantastic. Thanks very much. That is Courtney Crompton with Free to Be You and Me. Courtney, where can people find that?
On SoundCloud.
On SoundCloud. It's on your own SoundCloud, I believe. Yeah. And that is coming out
Today.
Saturday the 6th. Excellent. And, okay, fine. Also, Courtney, you play the ukulele, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You do. Not currently because of your nails.
Yeah,
apparently.
I've got nails
There we
on, I
go.
can't play
Fantastic
it.
nails on. But you do play the ukulele. Do you play the guitar as well, or just the ukulele?
Oh, just the ukulele.
Yes. And so you've got an acoustic version of that song?
Yeah.
Did you write it on the ukulele as well?
Yeah, I did.
Nice. Okay, cool. And so you'll be performing that at festivals and whatnot, hopefully next year, or even over summer or Christmas. Sorry.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, then we'll see what's coming up, and we'll keep you informed. We'll put the SoundCloud link in the chat below on whatever platform you're using it on. But for now, this has been Podcast Corner with Freedom Road Live and Courtney Crompton. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
And check out our song Free to Be You and Me out on SoundCloud today. Thanks very much. Join us next time.